What if I told you the Chicago Bulls' path back to NBA relevance is sitting right on their bench? Forget the big-name trades and flashy free agents. The key to unlocking the Bulls' potential might just be a 6'10 sharpshooter who's barely played 20 minutes a game. Today, we're diving into why Jalen Smith should be the Bulls' starting center and how this one move could transform Chicago from pretenders to contenders. Stick around, because we're about to challenge everything you thought you knew about the Bulls' future. Welcome to Chicago Bulls News, your go-to source for the latest updates on the Windy City's favorite team. We've got you covered with breaking news, trade rumors, and in-depth analysis of everything Bulls. From United Center to the front office, we're bringing you the inside scoop. Hit subscribe and let's talk Bulls basketball. Today we're tackling a hot topic that's been buzzing around the Windy City. Should Jalen Smith be the Bulls' starting center? Stick around, because we're about to break down why this move could be the game changer Chicago desperately needs. Now, before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you're all about Bulls basketball. And don't forget to ring that notification bell to stay up to date with all our latest content. Alright, let's get into it. The Chicago Bulls have been in a state of flux for the past few seasons. Despite having all-star caliber talents like Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, the team has struggled to find its identity and make a significant impact in the Eastern Conference. One of the main issues? Their outdated playstyle. The Bulls have consistently ranked near the bottom of the league in three-point attempts and pace. In today's NBA, that's a recipe for disaster. Teams that can't spread the floor and push the tempo are getting left in the dust. This is where Jalen Smith comes in. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jalen Smith? The guy who's barely played 20 minutes a game? Hear me out, because this could be the move that transforms the Bulls' offense and defense. Let's start with Smith's skill set. At 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan, he's got the size to bang with traditional centers. But what sets him apart is his mobility and shooting touch. Smith shot 39% from three last season, albeit on limited attempts. That's a weapon the Bulls haven't had at the center position in years. Compare that to the Bulls' current starting center, Nikola Vucevic. While Vucevic is a solid player, he's not the floor spacer or rim runner that Smith could be. Vucevic shot just 34.9% from three last season, and his lack of vertical spacing limits the Bulls' offensive options. But it's not just about shooting. Smith's ability to run the floor could be a game changer for the Bulls' transition offense. Imagine LaVine or Ayo Dosunmu pushing the pace with Smith sprinting to the rim. That's the kind of easy bucket generator that Chicago has been missing. Now, I know what the skeptics are saying. Smith's never been a full-time starter. Can he handle the workload? It's a fair question, but let's look at the numbers. In his limited minutes last season, Smith's per 36 numbers were impressive: 16.7 points, 10.6 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks. Those are starting caliber numbers, folks. And at just 23 years old, Smith still has room to grow. But it's not just about offense. Smith's mobility and length make him a versatile defender, something the Bulls desperately need. Chicago ranked 23 RD in defensive rating last season, and their lack of rim protection was a glaring weakness. Smith's ability to protect the rim and then immediately push the pace could be transformative for the Bulls' defense to offense transitions. This is the kind of two-way impact that modern NBA centers need to provide. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Nikola Vucevic. The Bulls just re-signed Vucevic to a 3-year, $60 million deal. That's a lot of money for a backup center, right? Here's the thing, this doesn't have to be an either-or situation. The NBA is trending towards positionless basketball. There's no reason Smith and Vucevic can't share the floor in certain lineups. Imagine a front court of Vucevic at the 4 and Smith at the 5, with Levine, DeRozan, and a point guard. That's a lineup with size, shooting, and versatility. Plus, having Vucevic come off the bench could give the Bulls' second unit a serious offensive boost. It's all about maximizing the talents of your entire roster. Now, the big question is, will head coach Billy Donovan make this move? Donovan has shown a willingness to experiment with lineups in the past, but he's also been criticized for being too conservative at times. Donovan has talked about wanting to play with more pace and spacing. Well, coach, here's your chance. Starting Smith could be the catalyst for that stylistic shift. But let's be real for a second. This move isn't without risks. Smith is still relatively unproven over long stretches. There could be growing pains as he adjusts to a larger role. And yes, there's always the possibility that he's not ready for prime time. However, Smith's trajectory has been consistently upward. His numbers have improved each year he's been in the league. This could be his breakout season if the Bulls give him the opportunity. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The Eastern Conference is loaded. The Bucks, Celtics, 76ers, Heat, these teams aren't standing still. If the Bulls want to compete, they need to evolve. Look at how the Celtics use Robert Williams III. Or how the Bucks unleash Brook Lopez as a three-point threat. That's the kind of center play that's winning in today's NBA. Smith has the potential to provide that for Chicago. Now, I'm not saying Jalen Smith is going to turn into Joel Embiid overnight. But what I am saying is that he represents a style of play that could unlock new dimensions for this Bulls team. This is about more than just one player. It's about a philosophy. It's about embracing modern NBA basketball. It's about giving this talented Bulls roster the best chance to succeed. I know some of you out there might be skeptical. Change can be scary, especially when you're talking about a franchise with as much history as the Chicago Bulls. But sometimes, you need to take risks to reach new heights. Remember, this is a franchise built on innovation. The triangle offense wasn't a sure thing until Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan made it sing. Sometimes, you need to try something new to achieve greatness. So, here's my challenge to the Bulls front office and coaching staff: give Jalen Smith a real shot. Start him for the first month of the season. Let him play through mistakes. See what happens when you fully commit to a new style of play. The preseason is the perfect time to experiment. Use these games to get Smith acclimated to the starting unit. Build chemistry between him and the Bulls stars. Iron out the kinks before the games start to count. Imagine a starting five of Kobe White, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, and Jalen Smith. That's a lineup with shooting at every position, athleticism to burn, and the potential for suffocating defense. At the end of the day, this is about one thing: winning. The Bulls have been stuck in basketball purgatory for too long. It's time to take a chance on a move that could vault them into true contention. All right, Bulls fans, that's my case for why Jalen Smith should be the starting center for your Chicago Bulls. What do you think? Am I onto something here, or am I completely off base? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow Bulls fanatics. Don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth Bulls content. Until next time, keep believing in the Bulls.